The last thing you do in isolation mode is that you remember who the you are.
Tick, 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 tick.
You learn your purpose. Peace, pretty people. Welcome, newbies. Thank you for our returning watchers.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. I am Samaria Lee.
And I am Kiara J. And this is the With Class podcast where we share stories and tips that are meant to encourage, empower, and elevate us all.
Hello.
Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you like what you see and hear.
And class is now in session. So today is a tip session and we have the 10 reasons that isolation is good for self-growth. Okay, get straight into it.
Get straight into it, but let's tell them what isolation is.
Okay, go ahead.
Like our definition of isolation. It's just being alone for a while, just to get yourself right, to focus on you. It's like no outside noise, no outside distraction, maybe going to work, coming home, and just being with yourself.
So number one is a good thing that I found about isolation is enhanced self-care. So I feel like alone time tend to provoke the desire to work on yourself.
Yeah.
To go deep within yourself. It inspires self-love, self-growth, and self-care. So when you are away from the things that keep you busy, people, gossip for some people, social media for some people, television, because isolation, it doesn't just require you to be away from people, but also things that like vices, things that you do to keep yourself busy all day. So when you are away from these things, you tend to start thinking about what could you do for yourself, which in turn you begin to pour more into your cup. So self-care as in like eating healthier, exercising, reading, even giving yourself facials. Instead of picking up that phone early in the morning, you washing your face better. Like you just taking better care of yourself when you are away from all of these things that are keeping you busy. With Class Podcast is brought to you by Get Mossed Up, a sea moss smoothie line that is life inside of a bottle, providing 92 vitamins and minerals, a taste that is refreshing, the nutrients that leave you energized, with benefits that leave you no choice but to drink it. Get Mossed Up smoothies aids in weight loss, reduces overeating by suppressing the appetite, supports a healthy digestive tract, tastes amazing, perfect for meal replacements, a variety of flavors, has a woman's formula designed specifically for women, a men's formula designed specifically for men, and has a children's formula specifically curated for the little ones. Seymour Smoothies is an excellent source of nutrients for everyone, including pregnant and lactating women. So why not get mossed up with these organic smoothies sold exclusively at Blue Nile Herbs and Spices? Sold in singles and variety packs. Orders are available for in-store purchasing and also available for shipping. Blue Nile Herbs and Spices, located at 2824 Georgia Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. To order herbs and spices from Blue Nile online, please visit BlueNileBotanicals.com. If you are interested in reaching out via Instagram, please visit at Blue Nile Herbs and Spices. Health is wealth, so get mossed up. Peace.
Okay. So number 2 is it helps keep you focused on you. When you have nobody else to focus on, it's just you, and you just focusing on yourself. And I think that's self-explanatory.
Yeah. So that leads to number 3, which is self-reflection, which I will also call checking myself. So I feel like when you spend time alone, even if you're not going to isolate from everything, just try this. On your way to work one day, don't listen to any music. Allow yourself to be in that space, just to be in that space on your way to work, and some people your thoughts might be a little different from mine, but where I am now in my journey, when I am riding to work and I'm not listening to any music, I'm automatically self-reflecting. My thoughts just used to be all over the place, but my thoughts are more in the same place that I am now.
Yeah. Just
noticing that on this episode right now. So I self-reflect a lot, and I self-check also. So my alone time gives me the space needed to understand my thoughts, and also to realize like who and what is most important to me. So not only like pouring into myself, but it allows me to focus on how could I pour into the people that I love and into the things that I need to pour into to grow, business-wise, work-wise, health-wise, anything. Like it just leads to self-awareness. You just become aware of the things that you're lacking, and it also gives you the thoughts to think about what you can do to improve. Mm-hmm. So self-reflection and self-improvement.
Yeah, and that also with isolation, you're eliminating the distractions. So if you don't have distractions around you, you're able to push forward and do the things that you need to do in your daily life to make you a better you. Mm-hmm. So my number 3 is you getting to know you in a real way. Mm-hmm. Like you getting to know yourself and the things that you like outside of your group of friends, your family members. Because sometimes our likes, dislikes, everything gets drowned out when we're around other people. Because when we're in groups, we're not always steering the wheel. Maybe somebody else like, let's do this. But when you're alone, you get to really figure out what you like and who you are. And that's important to really be able to look in the mirror and know who you are. Mm-hmm. So if you don't know yourself yet, take time out to get to know you and get to know the things that you like outside of other people, because some people make decisions based on other people and what they might like. You don't know you until you get to know you, until you talk to you, until you pray by yourself and really journal about your feelings and the thoughts that you have. And that's when you really get to know who you are. Mm-hmm. And love it. Good, bad, ugly. Love it. I'm telling you. Because it's love it.
Number 4 is increased creativity. So I feel like when I isolate myself, my creative thoughts explode in my mind. Like I get so many ideas. I feel like the greatest inventors in the world, they spend a lot of time isolated, because you get so many ideas when you're not consumed in everything that's going on. So some of you may not know what you want to be or do in life. Even at my age, you might feel like, what is it that I like? What are my talents? If you isolate yourself, you will have no choice but to figure those things out, because you don't even have to figure it out when you isolate yourself. When you give yourself time and space to yourself, these things just come to you. Like your creative juices just start flowing. I literally can write a poem in 5 seconds when I'm in my zone, Or like I can sketch, and I didn't even know I could sketch. But when I was in isolation mode, I just started sketching. Like and sketching real good. I could sketch this outfit. But yeah, so those creative juices start flowing. So give yourself space and time so you could tap into you.
So my next one is, you can just get more done. Like you so much progress when it's just you. It's no outside, because my other one is outside noise and influence. When you isolate yourself, you don't have that. So you can just get more done. You can get your goals accomplished faster.
Yeah.
Because I notice, like, if I'm out in a crowd around people, I might be partying on the weekend, I'm less likely to get up the next day and work out. Since I've been in isolation mode, I've been working out every morning for the past 4 weeks, and that is unheard of for me. Because I'll work out 1 week and then the next week I'm all sore and tired, so I don't work out, then I fall off and slack. But I have been more consistent with working out. I have been more consistent with eating healthy. And I've been more consistent with not even putting alcohol in my body, because I'm not in those places that would cause me to do those things. Because when I'm out socializing, I like to have a drink or two and I like to get lit and turned up. But when I'm in isolation mode, I don't have those vices around me, so I'm not doing those things. And I feel like my body is even healthier from isolation. And now that I've been in isolation mode for so long, I no longer need those things. So I've created new habits for myself. So when I go out now and socialize, I don't need to drink at all. You know?
Yeah, and yeah. So when I'm feeling like I need a specific diet, isolation mode helped me to be disciplined in that as well, because when I'm not in isolation mode, I might be getting invited out to eat, to cookouts and everything. And it's just like, when you go, you don't want to not eat the food there, because you're looking at it, it looks so good. But yeah, when you're in isolation mode, it's like you bossing up. Isolation is another term for boss up to me.
Glow up, honey.
Glow up.
You be like, it's like I say my connotation for isolation is when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon and then he comes out a beautiful butterfly. So you like preserve, and then you come out, and it's, I guess, if you doing it the right way, if it's a positive experience for you. Because some people isolate and they be in depression mode, or they be sad. So if it's a positive experience and you doing it to better yourself, like, I feel like it's a butterfly coming out of its chrysalis, not cocoon. Let's correct that. So yeah.
So number 8, I feel like I blended this one in with number 3, self-reflection, but self-care. So in isolation, I feel like you begin thinking of every area you can improve on.
Oh yeah.
So you develop some sense of drive to focus on, like, bettering yourself. I added number 5 with number 2, so I'm just gonna make it short. You develop a drive to take better care of yourself, which leads to you to working on your health, your mental, and just learning to love on yourself. Okay.
All right, so my number 5, because I did blend 2 of mine also, my last 2. Number 9, isolation mode helps you develop a confidence. And I say that because if you're doing anything to better yourself, and it's not easy, because being in isolation mode is not easy. We all get the urge to socialize, to be out, because we get FOMO, fear of missing out on something. So if you can be in isolation mode, be in the uncomfortability of silence, of getting to know yourself, like the hard parts, the good part, the bad parts, the ugly parts, you develop a confidence about yourself. And I just think, like, that right there is a reason why you should just try it. because we all need confidence.
And the last but not least is when you are in isolation mode, like she said, on a positive note, when you go in there to better yourself and make sure you come out a butterfly, before you come out that butterfly, the last thing you do in isolation mode is that you remember who the you are.
Tick, 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 tick.
You learn your purpose. You start getting a sense of what you are here on this earth for. And so when you come out of isolation mode, you on a marathon. You on a marathon to fulfill your purpose and to fulfill everything God put you here to do. Because you can learn that while you are in isolation mode. You're not surrounded by these distractions. Sometimes when we are surrounded by a lot of people, constantly on social media, it's like our mind get kind of confused. Like we start thinking that we supposed to be doing this because this is what everybody else doing, or we feel like we should be doing this because we not doing this and we missing out on this. But when you in isolation mode, you don't have these things telling you what you're supposed to be doing or who you are or how you should look. In isolation mode, you have a clear sense of self.
Yes.
You know what you're here for. You know what your purpose is. You know what you need to do. You know how you want to dress. You know how you want to wear your hair. And ain't nothing there to influence otherwise.
Yes.
So you remember who you are and you learn to be that person.
Yes.
With confidence.
And when you remember who you are, you become unstoppable. You gonna go ain't nothing gonna stop you from getting what you deserve out here, because you gonna definitely know what you deserve. You gonna know your value, and like she said, you're gonna know your purpose. And once you know your purpose, your value, and have that confidence, can't nobody take that away from you. It's in you, it ain't on you.
Yeah, and you don't take no shit. You set boundaries and you put your foot down. You don't let people play with you. You don't allow yourself to be a doormat. So if you have never went into isolation mode to boss up, please just try at least 5 days of isolation mode. At least 5 days. Come on, we giving you 5 days to boss up and to remember who the fuck you are.
And let us know in the comment section like
how it goes.
Okay, we'll be waiting to hear that. Okay.
And with that being said, do everything with love, with class, and with peace, pretty people.